Good day to all you horror fans out there. I am Torstein from CinemaTerror, and today I have a bizarre, wild, no-budget horror fantasy film from 1989 to talk about, called Beyond Dream's Door. This film does not have a normal story structure, so it's not the easiest film to give a quick synopsis of. But basically it tells the story of a college student named Ben Dobbs, played by Baldasare. He is experiencing some horrific dreams about someone or something trying to get him. But how can Ben battle his own nightmares? And at what point does he need to fear that these nightmares will be able to ruin or take his life? You will have to watch the surprisingly coherent and yet disorienting Beyond Dream's Door to find out. That's all I'm going to give away when it comes to the plot of the film, as I feel I would be doing you a disservice if I gave away anything more than that. The reason for that is that this film is quite an experience that wants to unveil its secrets to its viewers at its own pace, preferably with the viewer having the chance to put the pieces together and try to figure out what it's all about, while taking it all in on the first watch.
All gone. I'm all that's left now. As long as I'm alive, I will keep on killing.
Beyond Dream's Door has a different flow than other films. Its unique choice of narration makes it seem like the filmmakers try to emulate how disorienting and confusing real dreams are. Quite an ambitious goal for such a low-budget production. I'm used to horror films at this budget range being happy with creating just another cheesy slasher or vampire flick, so seeing someone with no resources try to make something unique will always be interesting and get some respect from me. Some of the creature work in this would be impressive even in a B-movie with a decent budget behind it. There's some nightmare fuel to be found here for sure. On the negative side, the acting is not that great, as to be expected on such a low-budget film, I guess. There are also some script problems in that parts of it might not make all that much sense, and if you don't go along with it, then you might be in for a long, tedious ride, as at times it feels like the material is being stretched out for a full running time, and I will understand it if some find it to be a bit repetitive. The overall experience could have been improved if the script was either tightened up or fleshed out a bit, or rather just cut down to a shorter running time if they had nothing more to add. That being said, if you feel you have more patience than the average moviegoer, then you will look past and accept most of these things that I consider to be flaws. The first thing I was curious about after finishing this film was who the hell created this little achievement of a film and what happened to him. The guy responsible turned out to be Woelfel, who was only 27 years old at the time Beyond Dream's Door saw its release. He had based his full feature on a short film with the same title that he created back in 1982. And he got help from the Ohio State University media program to put this 60mm full feature film together. I was happy to find out that this was not a one-off for him, and that he continued to work in cinema for years and years. Hell, he's still active, directing, scoring and editing movies to this very day. Looking at his filmography doesn't spark much interest in me to check out more of his stuff though. Most of the films he's done since Beyond Dream's Door seems to still be in a no-budget range, and judging by the trailers, I don't see much potential in them. But I'm sure I will give one or two of them a chance in the near future. The most interesting one might perhaps be his latest film, the 2017 Asylum of Darkness, which Woelfel in an interview called a spiritual successor to Beyond Dream's Door. And in the same interview, he said it was shot on 35mm, so that might be something. Oh, and I should also mention that he also worked with Full Moon Production on a few pictures, including Trancers 6 and Demonicus. Beyond Dream's Door is an impressive, borderline experimental, independent production that has no right to be as good as it turned out to be. Although all my praise for the film, be warned that this is not a film I believe everyone will enjoy. This is for those of you out there who enjoy going through low-budget horror in order to find one or two hidden gems in between all of the other trashy obscurities that are out there. The best description I can give to this film is to say that Beyond Dream's Door is what you would get if David Lynch, fresh out of film school or still in it, got a job to make a Nightmare on Elm Street film with no money at all. It's ambitious, creative, and you can feel all of the effort put into it. Against all odds, Beyond the Dream Door is actually a good film, and it deserves the positive score of 3 out of 5. Have you seen Beyond Dreams Store? What are your thoughts on it? And if you've seen any of Woelfel's other films, then let me know how they were as well, as I'm genuinely curious about the quality of his output after this film. If you enjoy C-grade horror films, then check out my review for the hilariously entertaining slasher film Zipperface from 1992. That one is quite the gem. That's it from me today. I hope you enjoyed this video review of Beyond Dreams Store, and as always, thank you for watching CinemaTerror.